D-Day, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking a proper deep dive into a topic that feels like it's absolutely everywhere you look, but, for so many of our small and medium-sized businesses and nonprofits, it still feels a bit shrouded in mystery. We're talking artificial intelligence. Yeah, we're going to try and cut through all that noise, bust some serious myths, and give you the straight goods, really. And it's all based on some fantastic new research done by the Sydney-based folks at IQWA Solutions and fractional digital office georgeabmatthew.com. It's truly insightful stuff if you're trying to navigate this space.
That's spot on. Look, for far too many businesses, AI still feels like something reserved for the big end of town,
Yeah.
an out-of-reach, high-tech dream. But the reality, and this research clearly shows it, is that AI has well and truly moved from, science fiction into a very tangible business reality for everyone. Our mission today really is to unpack that practical path forward, show you how AI can be an immense opportunity, not some daunting challenge. This research gives us a clear roadmap, basically.
All right, then, let's unpack this. This research, it identifies some really persistent myths, doesn't it? Things that are holding businesses back from leveraging AI's incredible potential. We're going to tackle 5 big ones head on today, along with some crucial underlying barriers that often trip people up. So yeah, let's get stuck in. Okay, let's kick things off with the big one, maybe the elephant in the room for so many small businesses and nonprofits too. The idea that AI costs an arm and a leg, that perception that it's just for the giants with massive price tags. What does the research tell us about that common belief, especially if you're running a lean operation?
Yeah, look, it's a fair dinkum concern, absolutely. But the research really shines a light on how different the reality is now. It highlights that scalable, incredibly low cost, and in some cases, even completely free AI tools genuinely exist. It's not about huge capital outlays anymore, not really. The real game changer here and how we bust this myth wide open is the shift in, well, business models. Many of these powerful tools are available through remarkably affordable subscription models. Makes them accessible to businesses of all shapes and sizes. And cloud computing in particular is a total marvel. It allows smaller organizations, nonprofits included, to tap into powerful AI technologies on a service-driven model. This means you completely avoid those large initial investments in hardware or complex infrastructure. You simply pay for what you use, which is brilliant for managing budgets, keeping costs predictable. It truly democratizes access to some really powerful tech.
Okay, that's a massive relief for many, I reckon. So if the price tag isn't the insurmountable barrier it once was, then the next hurdle people often jump to is the job question. This one stirs up a fair bit of anxiety, doesn't it? People worry about AI coming in and taking everyone's jobs, leading to widespread unemployment. Is that the full story? Or is there more to it than just robots replacing people, according to this research?
It's a very valid concern, yeah. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, the research clearly shows that AI primarily supports and augments human staff. That's the key. It's designed to automate those mundane, kind of boring, repetitive tasks that, let's be honest, no one really enjoys doing. And this directly frees up employees to focus on higher value activities, the stuff that requires creativity, critical thinking, human connection, the interesting parts of the job. So the research powerfully shows that AI isn't replacing jobs, it's more like redefining them. This leads to increased productivity across the board, yeah, but also significantly reduced administrative burdens for teams. It's about making your existing team more effective, more engaged, more strategic. It's really not about causing widespread job displacement. Think of it as a super efficient assistant, maybe. Handles the tedious parts, lets the humans shine and contribute in more meaningful ways. It's about collaboration, not replacement. Elevating human roles, really, from tedious tasks to strategic creative contributions, turning every team member into a superpowered problem solver.
All right, this next myth absolutely hits home for a lot of us, myself included, who don't have a computer science degree sitting on the wall. Is AI really only for the tech gurus, the coding wizards? Or can a regular business owner, someone with limited technical skills, actually roll up their sleeves and start using these tools effectively? What does the research say?
Not at all. And the research from IQWA Solutions and fractional digital office georgeabmatthew.com is incredibly clear on this point, really clear. The reality, as they've pointed out, is that many of the modern AI tools are incredibly user-friendly, surprisingly so sometimes. They're often designed with intuitive drag-and-drop interfaces or straightforward plug-and-play functionality. Means they integrate quite easily into existing workflows without a massive learning curve. So, how to bust this myth? You absolutely do not need to be a coding wizard or have a computer science degree to get started with AI. Definitely not. The focus in modern AI development is squarely on intuitive design. making it accessible for everyday business owners and their teams to integrate AI into their daily operations. It's about solving practical problems with smart tools, not about writing lines of code. It's about making advanced capabilities available to the average user. Just like, well, your smartphone doesn't require you to be an engineer to use it, does it?
Okay. So if it's not super expensive and you don't need to be a tech expert, is it still a massive new investment of time and money just to get started? Like, do you have to go out and buy a whole new suite of AI programs you didn't even know existed? Or learn a whole new system from scratch?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, you might be genuinely surprised, actually. You're
Yeah.
probably already using AI without even realizing it. The research highlights that many existing software systems already in use within businesses, especially common productivity suites you're likely already paying for, include AI-powered features. You just might not think of them as AI. So the practical strategy here to tackle this is to unlock what you already have. Think about something like Microsoft Office 365, for example. Most businesses use it, right?
Yeah, pretty common.
Well, Excel has AI-powered functions like ideas for automated data analysis or insert data from picture, which can pull data directly from an image. Pretty neat.
Oh, right. I think I've seen that button.
Exactly. And other common tools like your email spam filters, they use AI. Virtual assistants like Siri or Alexa on your phone, definitely AI. Even your smartphone's predictive text features or how it organizes your photos. That's all leveraging AI behind the scenes. So this presents a significant opportunity, really, to leverage AI without any new major investments. It's about discovering and utilizing the powerful features already embedded in the software you're using every single day. It's quite the revelation when you think about it, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. Okay, this next one is where it gets really interesting for me, mate. And I know the research calls this the favorite myth. There's just so much buzz, isn't there? So much marketing out there about AI. It feels like every new product has AI slapped on it, whether it's actually smart or not. So for a busy business owner or a nonprofit manager who's already swamped, how do you even begin to cut through that noise and find what's actually right for your business? How do you avoid just getting caught up in the hype? Look, that's probably the most crucial insight from the research for any SME or nonprofit wading into this space. It really is. The research's core message is incredibly simple, but so powerful. Always solve a business problem first, then look for the technology.
Problem first, tech second.
Exactly. Don't get caught up in the hype and pick a tech solution just because it's trending or sounds futuristic or someone's marketing it hard. The real way to tackle this, the research suggests, is for businesses to start by clearly identifying a specific problem they're trying to solve. Be really specific, whether it's, improving customer service response times, or streamlining data analysis for grant applications huge for nonprofits, or optimizing inventory management for a small retail store.
Or even just automating invoicing, maybe.
Precisely. Some repetitive administrative task, like invoicing. Once you know the precise problem you're up against, then you can go looking for the right technology solution that directly addresses it. Instead of being distracted by all the marketing hype or features you don't actually need. This focused approach ensures your AI investment, whatever it is, yields real, tangible value, not just chasing shiny objects.
That makes a lot of sense. Focus on the why before the what. So beyond those 5 pervasive myths, the research also uncovers some very real general barriers that SMEs and nonprofits often face when thinking about AI, and it provides some fantastic practical solutions too. Let's dig into those barriers now.
Absolutely. Yeah, one significant general barrier the research points out is a fundamental lack of understanding. Knowledge gaps, basically. Many SMEs and nonprofits struggle because they simply don't have sufficient understanding of AI's full benefits, or how to best utilize it for their specific context, or even the associated risks involved in adopting it. It's often a case of don't know what you don't know, isn't it?
Yeah, completely. So what's the fix, according to the research?
Well, the solutions are quite actionable, actually. It suggests investing in comprehensive training and education for your existing employees. Things like online courses, maybe certifications, workshops, even internal programs. Build that capability from within. And the Australian government's AI Adopt program, for instance, is a fantastic resource. It offers free training and expertise specifically aimed at SMEs.
Oh, that's good to know. Free training.
Yeah. And additionally, fostering a knowledge-sharing culture within the organization, like creating internal AI working groups or just encouraging people to share what they learned, that can also be really effective for demystifying AI and building confidence among staff.
Right. Okay, we touched on cost with that first myth, but are there broader financial barriers that still act as roadblocks, even with more affordable options out there?
Yes, definitely. Even with the shift to subscription models,
those ongoing subscription and licensing fees, those smaller per month, they can still accumulate. And they can be perceived as significant barriers for some organizations, especially nonprofits working with really tight budgets. It's not just the initial outlay. Sometimes it's the sustained cost over time that's the worry.
The cumulative effect.
Exactly. So the solutions extend beyond just pointing to affordable tools in cloud computing. The research notes that governments and industry can and should provide crucial support. Things like grants, specific funding opportunities, and initiatives like free trials of AI tools. The research actually mentions SMEs bookkeeper tool as an excellent example of this kind of industry support.
Like a try before you buy for business tools.
Sort of, yeah. These types of support mechanisms can significantly lower the entry barrier for smaller players. Makes a real difference. Another common barrier identified is integration. Integrating with existing technologies. Some businesses find it genuinely tricky, quite challenging, to integrate new AI solutions seamlessly with their current systems and software. Can create potential headaches or compatibility issues.
Yeah, it feels like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole sometimes, I imagine.
Pretty much. So the research offers some really practical solutions here too. A good first step. Audit the existing AI tools already available in your current software packages.
Back to that idea of using what you already have.
Exactly. You might find powerful AI features you already own but just aren't utilizing. Unlock that value first. Beyond that, the research advocates for starting small. Use manageable AI pilot projects. These can demonstrate value quickly, help build confidence within the organization, and crucially, help identify specific challenges and opportunities for integration. Allows for gradual scaling of AI adoption. Sensible approach.
But you need to make sure those pilots actually go somewhere.
Absolutely. There's a warning in the research about this. Avoid AI pilot graveyards. Those projects that start strong with big hopes but never go anywhere or fail to deliver measurable results need clear goals and follow through.
Right, avoid the graveyard. Got it. Okay, this next one is huge for any busy business owner or nonprofit manager, just finding the time. Finding the time to investigate, evaluate, and then implement new technology. It feels like an impossible task when you're already swamped just keeping the lights on, dealing with the daily grind.
Absolutely. Lack of time is huge. The research clearly identifies this as a significant barrier for SMEs. And the primary solution proposed, it's a very smart one, is to leverage external expertise. Don't try and reinvent the wheel yourself.
So bring in the cavalry.
Basically, yeah. AI experts, consultants, industry associations, even universities can provide invaluable guidance. Hands-on implementation support, specialized training, they can help navigate the complexities, ensure smooth deployment, provide the necessary knowledge transfer, and ultimately save SMEs and nonprofits precious time that they simply don't have to spare. Don't feel like you have to do it all yourself. There's a whole ecosystem of support available, and it's often more cost-effective in the long run than try to figure it all out internally when you're flat out.
Makes sense. Okay, what about data and privacy? That's always a big concern with new tech.
Oh, definitely. And for good reason. Data and privacy concerns are a major barrier highlighted in the research. AI adoption inevitably raises valid concerns about, how data is handled, security, and the privacy of sensitive information. Businesses need to trust implicitly how their data and their customers' data is being used and protected.
So what are the practical steps there?
The solutions involve a proactive and vigilant approach. The research recommends starting with trusted vendors. Do your homework and always inquire thoroughly about their data handling practices. Ask the hard questions. How does the AI tool collect, use, and disclose information? Get it in writing if you can. Robust data security measures, like strong encryption, routine software updates, they're absolutely essential to protect your data. Non-negotiable, really. And of course, compliance with all relevant data protection regulations like the Privacy Act here in Australia is crucial, not just for legal reasons, but for maintaining the trust of your clients and stakeholders. It's fundamental.
Right, trust is key. Okay, one last barrier. If you want to dive deeper into AI and really leverage its power, you need the right people in your team, don't you? People to manage and utilize these tools. Is a lack of skilled employees a general barrier? And if so, what are the solutions for a small or medium business that might not have a big HR department or a huge recruitment budget?
Yeah, exactly. There's often a perceived skills deficit, both within businesses and sometimes in the broader labor market too. It can be difficult to find and hire qualified AI professionals, particularly for smaller organizations. It's a competitive market for those skills, no doubt about it.
So what can you do?
Well, the research comes back to investing in your current team first. Training and upskilling existing employees. Utilizing the wealth of free or low-cost online courses, workshops, internal programs, build that internal capacity. Collaborating with universities for internships and research projects is also a fantastic way to tap into emerging talent. Bring fresh perspectives into your organization without the overhead of a full-time hire immediately.
Good idea. Student projects and things.
Yeah, and again, government programs like Australia's AI Adopt program are specifically designed to provide that AI expertise and training. They directly aim to bridge the skills gap for businesses like yours, so definitely look into those.
Fantastic. So after all that, what does this all boil down to for you, our listener? Whether you're running a small business or a vital nonprofit out there, our deep dive into this research from IQA Solutions and fractional digital office georgemmatthew.com really highlights that AI isn't some distant, complex, or unaffordable future just for the big guys.
No, it's a very present and tangible opportunity right now, today. The key takeaways from this research are crystal clear, I think. You need to challenge those pervasive myths head on. Don't let them hold you back. Always start by solving a specific, clearly defined business problem. Focus on the why. Leverage the powerful AI tools you might already have embedded in your existing software. Unlock that hidden value. And crucially, remember, there's plenty of support out there through accessible training, external expertise, and government initiatives designed specifically to help you get started. You don't have to go it alone.
So ultimately, AI isn't the future, it's today's opportunity. It's here, and as the research shows, it's accessible. So for you, our listener, here's a thought to mull over as you go about your day. Something to think about. If you were to pick just one small, maybe mundane, time-consuming task in your business that AI could potentially automate, what would it be? And how would automating just that one task free up you or your team to do something truly meaningful, something truly valuable for your customers, your mission, or your community? Worth thinking about, eh? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.